Okay, this is a lot that I bought from eBay from a seller that I had not purchased from yet. It actually has 4 figures I already own and only 2 that I didn't. And the lot was nearly $100. It's one of the most expensive lots I've bought, but one figure in the lot pretty much pays for the whole lot. So yeah, I think it ended up being worth it, but it was tough. It was hard paying this much for a lot of figures, considering that I had most of the figures, but you'll see why I was willing to pay that much. I remember when it got listed, I saw the lot and I was like, it's got that one figure that I really, really want, so I debated on whether or not I really wanted to pay that much for it, and then I realized how much that figure was listed for pretty much everywhere else, and I decided to, just give in and pay that much for it. Because it had only been up a few hours. I got like the eBay, like my notifications from eBay about like Carnegie lots being listed, and I saw this lot and I was like, okay, I might as well just buy it just so I can finally have that figure and not have to worry about it anymore. And this is a lot that is kind of similar to the last lot I reviewed, literally like the last video on the channel, like this Cryolo lot. I really like this figure, and in that lot, that was like the main star of the set, like the main reason I got it, but like the other stuff that I got with it, and that's very similar to this lot. I mainly bought this lot for one specific figure in the lot, but I'm very happy with everything else that came with it, so yeah, we'll just get right into it. So, first up, we got one really, really awesome figure that I already have, the Carnegie Collection Saltasaurus. This is an awesome little Titanosaur. I love the Carnegie Saltasaurus. And this replaces the one that I currently have in the collection. The current one in the collection is this one. This is one that I got in a lot from a set, one of the first lots I bought on this channel. And I got it from a seller that had a lot of used figures. There was a few better condition figures in it, but this was one of the ones. As you can see, the tail literally looks like it got like bit off by another dinosaur. But still, this one I had on the shelf for a while, but obviously this one's pretty much just going to take its place on the shelf. So I'm happy with that one. Very happy with that one. Even though, like I said, this one's mainly just a replacement for a current figure in the collection. Next up, we have the... Let's see, I'll pull one out really quick. There's a lot of bubble wrap in here. Next up, we have the... Let's see. Oh, nice. Next up, we have the Carnegie amargasaurus. If I didn't mention, all the figures in this lot are Carnegie, so that was a nice little add. All 6 figures, even though, like I said, 2 of them I already had. So this is a figure that I really, really love. I already own this one, but I was glad to get another because it is a kind of harder figure to get. When I bought this lot, the only ones listed were over 30 individually, so to pretty much get it as a throw-in figure was awesome. And this is one that I've had in my collection for a while. The one that I had this figure way before I even started recording on this channel. As you can tell, there's actually quite a bit of difference between the one I have and this one. This one's a lot greener. That's one thing that's awesome about the Carnegie figures, where they're all hand-painted. You can get some nice diversity, even in figures that are the exact same model. Like you can see, this one's a lot brighter green, or a lot greener, I guess. Really love this figure, and I will say about this figure specifically, you can see mine's got a little bit of wear, like on the spines and stuff, but in really good condition. Oh yeah, about the spines. The spines, I'm not for sure on what the spine view is right now. I know there's been arguments for there should be a sail in between the spines, or there should be, it should just be straight up the spines, and this almost has like an in-between. But I really, really love this figure, and I'm glad to get another one, especially, like I said, it's just a throw-in figure, really. Next up, we have, let's see, next up we have the Carnegie Collection Spinosaurus. This is a really, really awesome figure. It's huge. Obviously should be pretty big since it's based on Spinosaurus, and it's, this one doesn't say the scale, but I believe that it's the normal scale, I believe, like the 140 scale or the 135 scale, whatever the majority of the figures are. But this is a figure that I just kind of knew I would end up getting a throw-in lot, or just as almost as a throw-in in a lot, because I didn't really plan on getting this figure individually unless it became like just the last figure I needed in the Carnegie set. And it definitely isn't my favorite Carnegie figure. I very much prefer the updated Carnegie Spinosaurus compared to this one. But this is one of the two figures, like I said, in this lot that I didn't already have. But I definitely want to get the updated one at some point. But I am still really happy with this one. Even though I do have one figure that is very similar to this one. In the Dynamite Groovy 2 book, the Spinosaurus in that set is literally like an identical copy to this one, just with a different color scheme. But I do still really, really like this figure, even though it is very outdated. Just the whole body's pretty much outdated. The head sculpt is horribly outdated at this point, but still really like that figure, even though, like I said, it definitely has its issues. Next up, we'll go over two figures together next. First, we'll show off this. Well, we'll just show them off individually. First, we have the Styracosaurus, and then we'll show the Dimetrodon. These are two Carnegie figures that I really, really like. I actually bought a lot with these two, as mainly the stars of that lot a little while ago. In that lot specifically, these were like the two of the main figures I got the lot for, especially the Styracosaurus. Styracosaurus being one of my favorite ceratopsians. So it is kind of funny that I got another lot where they were pretty much throw-ins this time. We'll show off the comparisons between mine and these ones. Okay, now that I'm back, I had to do something for just a second, but showing off the comparisons between this Styracosaurus and the Dimetrodon to the ones that I already had. This Styrac, actually, the nose horn is like shaped a little different. Well, maybe it's not that, but yeah, it is. Okay, you can see, like the one that I got in this lot has like it's more like straight out, and the one that I had before has like a higher up one. Yeah, so not that much of a difference, but a slight variation in the two figures. And then between the Dimetrodon that I got in that same lot with that Styracosaurus and this one, well, this one has a little bit more of that tannish pink going up on the sail. Well, this one, it kind of cuts off earlier with that like yellowish color. And the one that I had before has like just the straight up dots. And this one has the dots with little lines below it. So there is some slight difference between the two Dimetrodon. Well, not really that slight. It's actually pretty obvious when you see them side by side. But that is a cool little differentiator between the two figures. And then finally, the big figure that I got the whole lot pretty much for. This is such an awesome figure that I'm so glad to finally have. This is a figure that will definitely get reviewed at some point on the channel. Such an awesome piece that I can't wait to show you all. There it is. The Carnegie Carnotaurus. Wow. First time I've really gotten this figure out of the package. It looks absolutely amazing. This is what I talk about when I say that the last few Carnegie figures were some of the best figures to ever come out. This is one of those just amazing, amazing figures. The colors on it look great. The build looks great. Wow, it just looks amazing. The only even wear that I can really see on this figure, maybe some like on a few of the spine or on like a few of the bumps, the scoots on it, maybe a little on the horns, but other than that, this figure is in amazing shape. And like I said before, the colors on this figure look just amazing. And this figure, at the time of buying this lot, when I bought that lot, this figure I could only find anywhere for like over $130 on eBay. And then I did recently see somebody list show that it actually is up on Amazon. I think Amazon, but it's like not the US Amazon, and it's like it would be almost like $50 or $60 to get just it. So honestly, I probably would have rather just did what I did, but I didn't even know about that listing at the time of getting this. But yeah, still, so glad to finally have this figure. It looks absolutely amazing. Okay, no, it's going to have to use the tail, but it's fine. I absolutely love this figure. The only thing, it might honestly be a little skinny for the current representations of Carnotaurus, actually. And I will show it off compared to one of the reasons why I think this is such an awesome figure. This isn't the first Carnotaurus that was made in the Carnegie line. This was the first one. And compared to this one, this figure just looks so much better. Like, this one almost looks like cartoony compared to this one that looks like an amazing, just actual animal. And yeah, I can't wait to review this figure at some point on the channel. It might be the first Abelisaur that I've reviewed on the channel, and I'm glad because well, I'm not glad that I haven't reviewed one, but I'm glad that this will be the first one just because I think it's such an awesome figure to represent the Abelisaurs. And it's kind of like the Spinosaurus, like this Carnotaurus and this Spinosaurus are both the outdated, older ones. Honestly, this is a better Carnotaurus compared to that as a Spinosaurus figure, but still, such an awesome figure that was such a huge improvement. Just like the Spinosaurus, the newer one's such a huge improvement to this one, so definitely love both of those figures, and the upgraded ones are so much better, especially this one. Well, the Spinosaurus looks awesome too. Especially, the Spinosaurus is probably a better improvement, but this figure is just amazing. It's so appealing to the eye. The colors look great, like I've said. It's just such an awesome figure. And I was so happy with this purchase that I ended up buying something else from this seller. So that'll be a video that comes out really soon. But yeah, super happy with my purchase. Even though, like I said, I spent a good amount of money to buy this lot, I'm definitely happy with the end result of the lot I got. Okay, so I guess we'll go over the featured figures since I kind of forgot to go over it. So we'll go over the 6 actually present in this video first. This is the Carnegie Collection Carnotaurus, the more recent one. This is the Carnegie Collection Styracosaurus, the Carnegie Collection amargasaurus, the Carnegie Collection Dimetrodon, the old Carnegie Collection Spinosaurus, the Carnegie Collection Saltasaurus, and then the other figures I showed off, the older Carnegie Collection Carnotaurus, the Carnegie Collection Dimetrodon, the Carnegie Collection amargasaurus, the Carnegie Collection Styracosaurus, the Carnegie Collection Saltasaurus, the Carnegie Collection Cryolophosaurus, and the only non-Carnegie figure in this lot, but it's literally a copy of a Carnegie figure, the Dynamite Groovy Tube Book Spinosaurus, which, like I said, is literally a copy of that figure. But yeah, I'll put a link to any of those lot videos that I got those figures in. So I believe the Styrac, the Dimetrodon, and the Carnotaurus all came in the same lot. And that amargasaurus I already had in the collection, so I didn't really have a lot video for it. The Cryolo wasn't a lot, so I'll put a link to that lot. And that Saltasaurus that's beat up, yeah, I got it in a lot a long time ago. That's one of the oldest videos on the channel, so I'll put a link to that video. And then I guess we'll show off the Groovy Tube book video as a link to this figure. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for watching. And I've got a bunch of other fun lot videos and reviewing this figure and that Cryolo and possibly that Amarga. Maybe even more of these figures, but definitely the Carno and the Cryolo will be reviewed very soon on the channel. But yeah, once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm actually out this time. Turns out I was actually wrong. There is one other thing that I wanted to show off in this video before it was over. This seller actually had all the tags to these figures, so that was one awesome thing. I knew all these figures were in good shape, but it was awesome that they also had all the tags, because I do really like having the tags to the figures. The Carnegie Collection Styracosaurus' tag, the Carnegie Collection Dimetrodon, the Carnotaurus, the Saltasaurus, the amargasaurus, and the Spinosaurus. I think I remember having, for some reason, I specifically remember having the Carnegie Collection amargasaurus' tag, but I cannot seem to find it, and I know I didn't throw it away, but, yeah, I just did want to mention that here at the end, but, yeah, I think this will be the actual last thing on the video. But thank you all, once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm hopefully out for the last time.